Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm going to be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made with actual Aromantics.
That wasn't even a wham, that was just...
It was like a sad siren. We are a group of people, articulation is important, who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. The twist is that every character's based on a card drawn from the deck of many things.
She
Past,
did
present,
it!
and
Nearly.
future are based on cards drawn from the deck of many things.
Thank you. I may have hit a small wall just as we hit record, but it's fine because I have a Welsh cake and therefore infinite sustenance.
A Welsh cake?
I know.
Nothing
Welsh
can stop
cake.
it.
I love Welsh cakes.
I forgot. Well, I know I didn't forget. I remembered that Marks and Spencer's is the only place in England, really, that sells Welsh cakes when you are far from the border, and it makes me so happy because they're so tasty and I love them so much. I'm Ellie. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. Maybe also Welsh cake as a pronoun, maybe.
Welsh/cake.
Welsh/cake. This is a Welsh/cake. And today I will be your DM, your demisexual masterpiece. Have I done that one before?
No.
Don't think so.
I think that's pretty good. Demisexual masterpiece. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? And I'm going to have some more Welsh cake.
Hello, my name is Am. I use she, her pronouns, as does my PC, Talia Atherdale, the party battlemaster fighter. I'm really excited that we are in these dangerous mountains. I think we will get to kill something, and it will be fun.
Hello, my name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, who is a tabaxi bard / rogue.
Rogue!
And I'm so excited to sneak attack today, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. And we both use she, her pronouns.
Ooh, woo, can we do combat DM?
Not anymore. Not after that statement.
Patience, my children, patience.
Hello, I'm Eiriol. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock who uses she, her pronouns. I'm more nervous about being in the dragon spot. Or the
I'll protect you, baby, don't worry.
Dragon
I will.
Space.
I will remind you that approximately 2 years ago, when I did my usual anxiety-induced "is everyone having fun" survey, I asked if there was any way you particularly wanted to explore, and I'm pretty sure you put the dragon bit.
Yeah, I know. I'm allowed to be anxious about my own decisions, Ellie.
Called regret.
Hey, it's going well because I think all I answered to that question was, I want to sail on a boat. So, you know.
Check. Done. We're
Check.
ticking
Ding,
them
ding,
off.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. See? I
All
listened.
the dings.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Katie. I use she or they pronouns, and I'm playing Morgan, who's a flying wizard, and she uses she,
Flying
her.
wizard.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I was like, okay, is Katie going to do the both of the things? Are you going to forget that it's your turn and say flying wizard? This is going to be the...
But usually the word
Do a shot.
tiefling is in
Too
there.
creative.
And yeah, I'm excited to go into the deep, dark, treacherous. Was it cave or just like ominous foresty bit? We're going into
Ominous mountain pass bit.
ominous, windy mountain path. Excellent. Let's go. Look at all my fancy spell slots that I haven't used yet, except for the one
You're
that I used
itching.
to cast Gift of Alacrity on
Toz, yeah.
Toz. I've done that. Just as a reminder.
Yes, well, speaking of, my gosh, I'm sorry, we're 4.5 minutes in. What the hell is going on?
We're all
we
extremely
wanna
combat thirsty.
What happened last time?
Shopping?
Last step was like, you guys got to go to the Elf City, and we were
'Cause there's
like,
ghosts.
okay, let's go via the dragon route, and then we did some shopping, and Chloe did some. I mean, we all did great roleplay, but then like Chloe did some great roleplay with being like, I'm from the past, and my brother might be in danger. Please help.
And now we're going into the dangerous mountains to get across the dangerous mountains as fast as possible to go to the Elf City to look at the ghosts.
Yes.
Yes, as fast as possible, they say in quotation marks, because the reason you guys chose this was not for speed, it was for combat, wasn't it? Let's be honest. You all went danger. Ooh, danger.
It's been so long since we fought that shark.
It has been. You fought other things since.
Did we?
Yeah, you fought
Yeah,
the
we
old
fought
fire.
Yeah,
quite
we
a few
fought
things
some stuff in the cave.
Yeah, but they weren't. Nothing was as show-stopping as the shark, I gotta say.
No, this is
That was a
true.
really good fight.
Thanks, guys. Let's get down to business then. You guys are in action. We are in action. So, you have made it into the mountain pass. You start to begin your journey up the mountains. You guys doing anything on your way up?
Green is scouting ahead to look out for things that might want to try and eat us.
Okay. After a little while, after a little bit of walking, Green comes back to you and reports something that actually you can kind of already see as the path becomes steeper and more treacherous. You can see that as you kind of get higher and higher, the higher the altitude, the path ahead is obscured by fog, and it's like so thick that you can barely see a foot in front of you. What would you like to do to navigate around it? And before I take any answers from people, just to kind of lay down the land, this is going to be a series of skill challenges. Instead of having you guys fail or succeed individually, you're going to have a collective success or failure depending on everyone's skill checks, and then that will kind of determine how well things go.
And I'm assuming if we do any magic or anything to change the surroundings, that'll just lower the challenge rating.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking I understood.
Or I'll get you to roll for it depending on the nature of what it is you're suggesting as a solution. So,
Okay.
like I say, God, we are. Sorry, I'm just like looking at the 8 minutes in and we're already on episode content. This is unheard of on this podcast.
We are ready.
You are ready. You guys are ready. So as you kind of come on ahead, you can see that there's just thick fog.
I know that Green is looking ahead, but I mean, if it's foggy, I'm not going to be able to do this. But I wanted to try to be looking around us and behind us, so we've got all bases covered, kind of as we're traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't deal with the fog.
Raina's going to be walking backwards the entire way.
Yep. No.
Covering our six.
Just glancing every now and then.
Light or wind spells?
No.
Any of you?
This is the
magic-y
wrong
people?
character for
I
wind
experimentally
spells.
shoot a firebolt forwards into the fog to see if that illuminates anything like a flare.
Ooh, good idea.
You can see it kind of goes through the fog. It lights up as it goes, so you can see. I mean, there's a limit to what you can see. You can see it going ahead, and traveling pretty far, and then it kind of dissipates. What's the range for that spell?
120.
Yeah, so I'd say like after 120 feet, it kind of just dissipates, and you're not really able to see much else.
Okay.
I'm gonna light a... Do I
Okay,
have a torch?
so
How do I not have a torch?
I've got a torch. Here,
I don't light a
do you want
torch.
to borrow my torch?
Yes, please.
Okay, I give
If that's okay.
I give her my torch. One of my
I'll
torches.
also light one.
Tosia, you were going to do something as well?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we should be smart about this, and I'm going to get some rope from my Dungeoneer's pack, and basically, if everyone's cool with it, just start to tie
Yes,
all our
sure.
waists
Good
together
idea.
like mountain climbers. So if someone slips and falls, like, it also, I think, plays into, like, the group skill check stuff. And if we just try... Who is the... Raina, you're the most nimble of all of us?
Mm-hmm.
Totally fine if you don't want to, but may I just gently suggest you lead?
Oh, I was going to do that anyway with the torch.
Excellent. And if we all just stay close to the wall, that will stop us slipping off, in theory. But then, yeah, torch. Let's
Before we
go. I feel positive.
enter the fog, Delphi wants to cast Encode Thoughts and just leaves like the number 1 in the thought as like a, if we come back and there's an Encode Thought, she can read it and see where they are and find out.
Okay. Oh, that's really smart. I love that.
Like a breadcrumb trail, but a encoded breadcrumb trail.
Encode thoughts. That's
That's
really cool.
A magical breadcrumb trail.
And it lasts for
That's
8
awesome.
hours.
That's very cool.
by the way.
okay.
Oh, that's
nice. All right.
And we said it was never going to be useful.
Okay. So
Cool.
Raina, you're
Let's
leading.
go.
Is that right?
Yes. I'm attempting the best I can with the torch to kind of disperse a tiny bit of the fog, just enough for us to kind of see where we're going immediately ahead of us. That's the
Okay,
idea anyway.
Awesome. What kind of skill do you like to roll for in that case, or roll with?
Sleight of hand, I guess.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
Would make sense, I think.
Would it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Ooh, I don't really know.
If it's a high one, then
I
yes,
feel like
it definitely
sleight of
makes
hand
sense.
sleight of hand is kind of generally for being sneaky
Yeah.
and grabbing stuff from
It's-
people, isn't it?
It's doing something without
Yeah.
being seen.
I don't know.
But like an action rather than a general.
This is
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I
Would
think
this be more
survival, maybe,
survival?
like,
I don't know.
acrobatics.
Survival's quite general.
Survival, yeah. Yeah, survival feels like slightly more.
Wouldn't it be perception?
I would say acrobatics.
Well, I'm not looking. We're trying to move.
No. Yeah, sleight of hand. Okay, so according to D&D Beyond, sleight of hand is whenever you attempt an act of I don't know how to say it, but legerdemain or manual trickery, such as planting something on someone else or concealing an object on your person.
I guess this isn't sleight of hand then. We can rule
So
that
it's
one
not
out.
sleight of hand. Yeah, that's good to know though.
I'll happily
Thank
do
you.
acrobatics. That's much better.
Do you want to do acrobatics then? I'm just having a look at acrobatics as well.
I mean, that doesn't
Yeah,
really make sense either.
Yeah, but acrobatics covers your attempt to stay on your feet in a tricky situation.
Oh, let's do that
So
then.
I feel like that's enough of a link that I'd be happy with that.
It might have been much better, but it's still only a 13.
13. Okay. Making notes. This involves me doing more maths.
That's
Don't
with a
love
plus 10.
that. Jeez.
I rolled bad.
Oofa doofa. Okay. Who is next in the order? So Raina is going first, trying to use her nimble-footed feline agility to make her way through with ease.
I will be somewhere in the middle, just merely from the fact of, like, I am strong and can pull people up if they fall, so I want to be, like, I can reach as many people as possible.
Okay. Maybe it makes sense for you to be third, then?
Okay.
I think maybe second, because Delphi can levitate at will.
And Morgan can fly.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, then Tuz go second. What are you thinking?
Can I make a case for athletics at all?
Your strengths athletics check covers difficult situations you encounter while climbing, jumping, or swimming.
I can do acrobatics if you want.
I'd say probably, acrobatics is a closer fit.
Yeah, just because I'm proficient in athletics, so that would be a +5. Oh, I got a 16! I got a 16!
Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Who is next in the order? Resounding silence.
I'll be second.
I've lost track of what the order...
So, so Katie, just to get you up to speed, Charles has tied everyone's, like, waists together. Yeah. Raina is leading through the fog with a torch, and we're doing skill checks to see how successfully you navigate through the fog.
Okay, but have we done any yet? Or I thought we'd do more collectively?
So the numbers that you get add up to a collective number that either will pass the DC or fail the DC. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right. Eiriol?
So according to the levitate description, they can... Basically, I'm floating and I can go along a wall as if I was climbing. So if we are at risk of falling off, like close to a wall, I can just use that. It's up to you what skill check that would be. Maybe an acrobatics then?
Yeah, I was going to say that feels like acrobatics as well. Maybe add +2 for the levitation to kind of...
I could use like my spellcasting modifier instead of my acrobatics modifier.
That's actually a better idea. Hell yes, go for that.
Cool. +4. That's a 21.
Ooh, nice.
Cumulatively, not a natural 21, sadly.
I would be very surprised.
Okay. So we've got a 13, a 16, and a 21. So...
How has our rogue got the worst dex score so far?
Because I rolled really bad.
Astoundingly bad. So, Morgan, you are bringing up the rear.
Yeah, I cannot presumably keep shooting firebolts to light the way because I'm in the rear.
I was going to say, you may do some damage if you do that.
I could be honest, I'm not sure I can contribute here.
Any kind of skill check where you feel like you could use a skill to kind of like help out.
I'm going to use my cunning investigation knowledge to try and look at clues in the rocks to where we should be going. Question mark.
Wow, the fact you're considering this is a...
So like real talk, like the reason that I am is because I've got up chapter 7 using ability scores because sleight of hand threw me off so much. I'm looking at each of these individually just to make sure I'm using these properly. An investigation is when you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues. So I would accept it if you can give me a more specific thing that you are looking for, that you are investigating, because I feel like just the rock face is vague as hell.
Okay, I'm looking for... I'm not sure if this would count. I'm looking for, like, animal tracks and signs to make sure we're following where the animals go.
That's survival.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah, that is survival.
Yeah, I got... Not... one survival is not good. I was about to say navigating by the light of the stars. It is foggy. I've got dark vision. Is that anything?
It is foggy.
You're going to struggle with that.
And that's also survival.
Yeah, or best nature. You can fly if
I'm tied to you all with a rope.
I was gonna say
Delphi's floating.
It's so funny that, like, you know, Tosia's like very not like limited by what she can do, but obviously like she hits things real good, and in situations where she can't hit things, it's like there's less that you can do, and Am is like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm about, and like
Most of my magic is about moving things around.
Fog!
Or like
My natural enemy!
killing things. I don't think a wall of fire is going to help this situation.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, it will. It'll set us on fire.
It will hurt you!
I got one. I've got
case.
one. I'm going to use my large and powerful wings to flap at the gusts of air to make.
I kind of love that.
I'm going to try and
love that.
and clear the fog a bit by flapping my wings at it.
I feel like that's gonna be an athletics
Not
check.
investigation, I know, but could I make an argument for Dex?
How?
Not to flap away all the wind. That's definitively.
Yeah, I'm gonna
strong.
say it's gotta be athletics.
Could it be acrobatics?
I feel like the other stuff that people have done acrobatics for is more about like maneuvering and keeping balance, whereas this is about like trying to get rid of the fog.
If you want to roll acrobatics, though, you could just like follow the rest of us.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
going to
less
try
fun.
and use my powerful and mighty wings to blow away the fog. I've only got a +1 to athletics. Or...
Okay, thank God, because I've got a -2, and I was like,
Oh no, the +1 is so
The idea that you'd
unimpressive
be
compared
trying-
to my +12 to investigation that it doesn't look special anymore. Anyway. 7 +1. I think maybe it's not quite a little bit hampered by this rope. That's an 8.
sure, that's the
So-
issue with this.
So, Morgan's efforts to try and blow away the fog don't necessarily work, and Raina's a little bit unsure in her footing, but largely due to the tying together the rope, you do just about manage to make your way through this fog. It's very slow progress, and you're moving very like inch by inch, and you can hear like not too far from you the kind of the sound of like rock fall of, you know, so it feels like you're close to an edge, but luckily you're all good. You will kind of make it through. The fog just slowly begins to thin, begins to clear, and you can see that the path leads you into a cavern. You all heading in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So as you head into the cavern, you can see on the ceiling, it's very, very cold in here, and as you will head in, you hear a kind of crunching, sliding sound from above you, and a massive slab of ice falls right next to you. And then the ceiling begins to, the slabs of ice begin kind of like coming down. So this is a much faster skill check this time around. But I'll probably go in order again if that's okay with you, unless anyone knows exactly what they're doing at this point.
So is it falling on us or in the route or next to us?
It's falling around you, and this is just like you trying to keep out of the way of it or impede it before it hits you all.
Okay.
I don't think tying us together was a particularly smart move for this particular thing.
Hindsight
Oh,
is
no.
magic.
Can
It
I
is.
use my dagger to cut the rope and hold up my shield over the head of as many people as I can?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't have a dagger. I have a crossbow, so I'll use like an arrowhead.
Okay.
You don't have a dagger?
No, she
No,
does not.
I have a maul, I have a longsword, I have a crossbow.
So I think it's in the kind of, you've got a kind of 6-second action time to do this, like action, bonus action stuff. I feel like you can probably like cut so either you stay attached to Raina or you stay attached to Morgan and Delphi, and then you can also hold your shield up. So what are you doing?
I am going to sever Morgan and Delphi, just because I know Raina's pretty fast and will also probably have a dagger. Raina to me is hard, like to Tosia is hardier than the other two. She kind of like protect the squishies, and yeah, I will try to basically like hold up the shield and like spread my ears if I can for cover for Morgan and Delphi to run past.
Okay, you can definitely shield yourself from one other person. I don't think you're going to be able to shield everyone.
I'm going to try and shield Morgan if
Okay.
I can.
I would say this feels almost like it would be strength saving throw. Yeah.
+7, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
go.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. That is a 9, so 16.
Hello everyone, it's me, Chloe. I hope that you enjoy listening to our story just as much as we enjoy telling it. If you do, please consider supporting us monetarily so that we can continue to make the awesome content that you enjoy. The best way to do this is by joining our Patreon, where you can get access to rewards such as a shout out on the podcast, DM notes from Ellie, the opportunity to name an NPC, and much more. You'll also get access to our super cool patron-only Discord. You can find that at patreon.com/deckofmanyaces. Of course, if you don't want to give money every month, you can always make a one-time donation to our supporter Acast link, which can be found at supporter.acast.com/deckofmanyaces. Our content is free to access and always will be. But anything that you can give is greatly appreciated, as it helps us to grow and improve the podcast and give our cast a little something for their time and effort. And if you don't want to or can't give us any money right now, hey, you're still super uber mega cool because you're listening to us.
Today's ad is for our good friends at Snyder's Return. I mean, what don't these guys do? They've got actual play episodes, they've got interviews, they've got promos of new and exciting podcasts that you should check out. They're a really supportive member of the community, and they're just generally very cool, and we really appreciate them. They've given us a lot of support in the past, and it feels fitting to share the love, so roll the trailer.
Snyder's Return is a tabletop roleplay interview and actual play podcast. We chat with content creators from both mainstream and indie publishers, and we release actual play episodes of systems like our City of Mist game, Meddlers, Monsters and Madmen, and more games coming in the future. We also have a TTRPG review show on YouTube, Fly Like a D6. Come and check us out. You can find us on Twitter at Return Snyder, Instagram Snyders_return. You can find us on YouTube at Snyder's Return, Discord, and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Who's going next? What you doing?
Can I jump in?
Yeah?
Morgan pulls out a gun.
Jump into the
Did you just say Morgan pulls out a gun?
Yes.
Again.
Awesome. Okay.
I'd like to...
Awesome reverse gravity.
I'm not quite sure if this is work, but I'd like to try and do adjust density on the ice.
Oh, nice. Can you remind me what that
It says
does?
you can magically alter the weight of one object or creature you can see within 30 feet of you, but I'd kind of like to do it on the kind of ice just region. Target's weight is halved for up to 1 minute. So it says a creature's speed is increased by 10 feet, but I think that means for like running across the land, not falling by gravity. It has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, which I interpret to mean will not hurt very much if it lands on us.
Awesome. That's a really, really good idea. Is this an attack roll or a saving
It's
throw
an
type
action to magically alter. It doesn't actually say it's resisted or anything, so I think you can just do it.
Okay. In that case, can I get you to roll just a d20 an agile spellcasting modifier to kind of determine how much of the ice you're able to affect by this spell?
Yeah, that's fair. Spellcasting modifier. What's that? Intelligence? That is 12 plus 4 is 16.
Nice. 2 16s in a row. Okay. Who is next?
I want to do my bestest dodging. Am I still attached to Tozia?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, but
I was going to say, because I allowed
you want-
Taz to like sever herself, then I'm also happy for you to do that as like part of your action as well.
Okay. Well, seeing that Tozia kind of has it handled, I will do that. And yeah, I'll try and head towards the wall, as close to the wall as I can, to kind of try and dodge out of the way. of any falling ice.
Doing
That's
your
the
very
idea
best
anyway.
dodging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good dexterity check, unless you've got anything specific in mind.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, absolutely, yeah. Go for it.
Yay. Slightly better, non-nat 20.
Hey!
Yay!
Nice! Awesome, okay. And finally, Delphi, what's the plan? You're still attached to Morgan.
I think Delphi wants to try and hit the ice as it's falling with her glaive. She's going to do Matrix style and hit things as they're coming towards
cool.
her.
Okay, give me an attack roll then.
She's going to cut the rope as well first.
You cut the rope with the glaive?
No, with the crystal. As she's pulling it out, she's cutting the rope with the crystal, and then it's cutting into the
sweet,
glaive.
sick. Okay, awesome. All right, yeah, roll me an attack roll.
Cool. I lost my D20 somehow, so I'm getting out the small D20 I've got. Oh, that fell. No, my table is not balanced. That's a 28.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
We're using my attack roll from the glaive.
that's insane. Okay.
Delphi's good at hitting.
Okay, I will peek behind the curtain. The last round you only just passed because I lowered the DC because you'd all tied yourself together. You've absolutely smashed this round out of the park. So, this ice begins to fall and you guys, Avengers assemble, something out of an action movie. Taz, reaches over and shields and, holds up her shield just in time as, an ice slab crashes down on it and reverberates everywhere. From under the shield, Morgan, reaches around and shoots in the air. The 2/3 of the slabs that you can see are just halved and start to almost fall down a little bit like snowflakes. Raina forward rolls out of the way and is on the edge of the room, well out of the way, and then Delphi is Matrix style cutting the remaining glass around her so it just falls into tiny shards around your feet. So after this crazy moment where all of this ice is falling, there's just a kind of stillness and a hush, and you're probably all a little bit out of breath, and you can see your breath because it is very, very chilly in here. But the imminent danger is past.
Everyone all right?
Good work, everyone.
That was very cool of us.
All good.
Well done, everyone.
Thank you for the atmospheric comment.
I'm trying to. I am proud of us as a team.
Oh, that's nice.
You're carrying on?
Hell yeah.
Before we do, can I just want to pick up some of the ice. I'm not going to know this probably, but I just want to check to see if it's magic ice or if it's real ice.
Do you want to do an Arcana check?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, 17?
17. Yeah, it's just normal ice. There's a lot of it, but it's just normal ice.
Okay, I was just wondering.
So you begin to head deeper into the cavern. It's getting much, much colder. It leads, and you get the feeling of it going deeper and darker into a cavern. Obviously, you've got the torch, and some of you have dark vision, but not all of you. So you're able to navigate with little difficulty until you reach what appears to be a dead end. But Raina, as you hold the torch up to this dead end, you can feel the chill coming off of it, and you realize that you've reached a giant, thick wall of ice. What would you guys like to do?
I shoot it with firebolt.
Okay.
I thought you might do that.
Awesome. Okay. Is that an attack roll?
Yeah, this is a little attack roll to see what happens.
Yeah.
It bounces off and hits us in the face.
Oh, are you planning on doing this as as part of the skill challenge, or just as a vibe?
This is just a vibe.
Okay.
That is.
Out the wall.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a 3 + 8, 11.
Oh.
Yeah, your firebolt kind of just pathetically splats into the edge and fizzles out immediately.
Magic.
Well, try a bigger fire.
Oh,
I have. What spell did you cast?
That was a firebolt.
Katie?
This is a cantrip.
Okay.
You have the necklace of fireballs, right?
That's what I was just thinking about, yeah. But I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same. How you said it? How many beads did you say it has? I remember 6, but if you're like, that's way too many.
That is a lot.
Let me just check.
It could be a false hopeful memory.
Yeah, I don't... Did you write it down?
No, I was just pulling this out of my memory.
Then you're probably right, because it's... The official DMG is 1d6 plus 3, so that would average at about 6 or 7,
okay.
so I'm happy to go with 6.
I'm gonna take my necklace over to Morgan and be like, so I think these cast Fireball, but is there any way you can, I don't know, take a look?
So did you say
magically?
Fireball with a B-A-L-L,
Yes.
the bigger spell?
Yes.
Okay. First off, if this does cast Fireball, don't waste it when I'm around. I can just do it. You want to save this when I'm not here.
Oh, okay, you can do the spell.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if
yes,
Fireball's the best, but yeah, can I examine this somehow? Can I roll Arcana?
Yes, I don't know if there's something about like the magicalness of the wall that means like you can't cast a spell, but this necklace might work.
I think I just flubbed that one. I'm not sure it was inherently unmagically.
Okay.
Can I roll Arcana to examine this thing?
Yeah, of course.
That is, it's 11 again. As in 3 plus 8.
Jeez. You can't tell. They're really nice looking beads, but they're encased in quite thick glass, so you kind of can't tell what magical properties are underneath them.
Yeah, sorry, my
Okay,
friend.
Fluffy.
I'm not actually a artifact kind of person.
That's
Can
alright.
I try fireballs
I
again?
have-
I'm just going to hit it with the fireballs again and see if I can do it. It's
Well,
a
the last
cantrip.
one didn't work too well.
Yeah, but maybe I'll be more focused this time. It's a cantrip.
I also have a backup idea.
Yeah?
If that doesn't work. I think it'll look really cool, so I kind of just want to do it and surprise you guys. But you trade your thing.
Nope, that's a 4 plus 8.
Gosh.
Wow,
Yeah.
this dice is rolling badly. This is a D20? Yeah, it is a D20.
Another like sad little pathetic fizzle against this giant wall of ice.
Okay, so how transparent is the wall?
It's not like you know how ice
Cool.
isn't transparent.
When ice is really
like
thick.
it's got the like
Ice
the
Yeah.
is fully
No, I know what you
transparent.
mean.
It
Yeah,
just
but-
depends how thick or like
Yeah.
how it's made.
So I was about
the shape
to
of it.
I was about to start saying like, so you know when ice is really thick, it's not transparent, and then I felt like I was stating the obvious, and so that's why I said it like that. Yeah, no, it's the kind of thick ice that you get on like a lake where you can't see through to the other side.
Okay.
I have an idea, if that's okay. I would like to get my little flask and pour some alcohol over the blade of my maul, or like the big bit.
Oh no.
Raina, can I borrow your torch?
Oh my god.
Yes. What are you doing with it?
Just stand back. I'm gonna light the hammer on fire and then just try and throw it.
Awesome. Okay. Roll me an attack roll then.
Okay, that's not a good roll. It's a 17 because I have a good bonus, but and I would also like to use my quick toss, which is one of my new Battlemaster feats. Which basically means as a bonus action I can make a ranged attack with a weapon that has the thrown property that this now has, and I can and then if it goes into the ice, I'm going to try and recall it back as well.
Okay. You do manage to like make a dent in the ice, so you like light the maul and it like you kind of throw it in, and it does manage to obviously like it cracks the ice a little bit, and it does melt a little bit. You can see the rivulets of water like running down, but it gets stuck maybe like a few inches into the wall, and you can't really see through to the other side.
Does it come back into your hand?
It'll come back into your hand. It gets a little
Okay.
stuck, but it does fly back in.
Cool.
Hey, I think you made quite a dent.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I guess maybe,
Keep hitting it.
if we could just try and keep hitting it. Yeah. I mean, did anyone else want to take a swing?
What,
Not
literally or metaphorically?
Am I counting that as your skill check, basically?
Yeah, that's what that was. And also, we didn't take damage, but the superiority die thing I did basically adds a die of extra damage.
Okay.
So it's slightly better than it would have been.
I will give you like a +2 bonus. Does that feel fair?
Yeah, that feels good.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You're gonna cast Knock.
Yeah, I wasn't going to ask about Knock. Do you want me to copy paste the description?
I think you've described it to me before. You cast Knock and nothing happens.
I'm not going to cast Knock. Not with that. I got 2 spell slots. I'm not casting Knock on a whim.
Why would what was that? Was that just a bit then?
No. I'm asking whether Delphi would have any idea whether it would work or not. Because if it would work, then she would probably cast it. But if there's no chance it would work, because she understands
I didn't realise that was what you had said. I thought that you tried it, and that's why I said no, which I feel like is unfair metagamey, but now you know, so now use that information however you will.
I mean, that's fine. If I can't get through it, that's...
Ice is not a door.
Sometimes
Warlocks have so few spell slots. Every time I'm going to use something like that, I'm going to be like, is this going to
That
work?
is not in the spirit of D&D. I do get it. I will also say, sometimes a door is not a door, and sometimes not a door is not a door.
Cool, fine.
That's your daily bit of Warlock advice.
Perfectly
Warlock
fine by me.
affirmation, inspirational quotes. Sometimes not a door is not a door. Put it on a t-shirt.
You know, I think that sometimes the simplest solution is the correct one. And so if the maul has already made quite a dent, so I'm just going to grab my quarterstaff, which I've literally never used, and just wail on it where the dent is and try and make a hole.
Give me that attack roll then.
Nope, 7.
Oh, okay.
Fine, Delphi will hit it with the glaive.
Attack roll.
That's a nat 20.
Yay!
Which adds up to a 29.
What?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Delphi gets +9 to
Oh
spell
my
attack.
God.
Well, no, +8 to spell attacks, +9 to weapons because they get a +1 on their weapon.
Okay, we've just got... Is it just Morgan left then?
I mean, I've tried several things and not been any good at them. How much ice is left, do you think?
I think... Well, I mean, this is a kind of a group... This is a group skill check, so it is still quite a lot. It's whatever you do now kind of tips us over between failing and succeeding.
I'm thinking about whether or not to try casting Fireball.
Up to you.
It's not very directed, that's the problem.
Well, we can get out of the
It'd
way.
be fun and cool.
How big is the space that we're
It's
in?
quite high. Like, you could definitely, like, fly up a few feet and, like...
No, I mean, like, in terms of how far back can we go? Is it enclosed? It's going to kind of rush back
I see what you mean.
towards us?
It's enclosed because you're in a cavern, but you've got like a few feet. You can definitely go a few feet back to cast it from distance.
It might
I was
need to be a
going to
bit more
say, it's
than
going to need to be
back.
like 20.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been
Can I get everyone back 20 feet?
Yeah, you've
30
been going
feet?
along this kind of cavern path for quite a while, so absolutely, yeah, 20 or 30 feet is fine.
Is it likely to bring down the ceiling?
You won't know until you try it.
That's the kind of thing you're gonna have to find out.
Sorry, buddy. There's a limit to what I can give you.
I mean, does it look... okay, I'm casting
Nice,
Fireball.
Okay. Give me that.
We're all getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Everyone's
we're
well
all
back.
out the way.
A bright streak flashes from my pointing finger to a point I choose within range, just by the ice wall, and blossoms through the low roar into an explosion
Beautiful
of flame.
description.
The ice needs to make a dexterity saving throw,
automatically
and it will take... it will take 8d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a
So because
successful
of
one. The fire spreads around corners. It ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
So because of the mechanics of what we're doing as a skill check, can I get you to roll that as a d20 and add your magic bonus to it, please.
Okay. That's 14 plus 8, 22.
Yeah, okay, so you're all kind of chipping away at this ice block. Toz has made like a decent dent in it with her maul. Delphi makes sort of surprisingly good work. I feel like maybe you're doing some like weird things where you're like cutting it in such a way that is like intricate and it's like breaking down the structure of the ice. You're like doing some like stupid warlock matrix stuff.
It looks like I'm just hitting it, but then somehow it's like weirdly good, and it's just like what are you talking about? This is what happens when you stab ice.
Like in Avatar and other like kids TV shows where like somebody like thwacks at something and it all stays intact for like a second and then slides into lots of pieces for comedic effect.
Yeah, then I turn the thing back into a crystal and it all shatters at that point.
And then like you've made a decent dent in it, but it's taking a little bit of time. And then you will kind of get out of the way as Morgan ushers up this massive fireball, which burns through the rest of the ice, which kind of sloshes down.
Hey, got my mojo back.
Yeah, it's kind of sloshes down into a very big, like pool of water. So you're all now probably about knee deep in water, but it is sort of quickly dissipating along the caverns that you've gone to, and seeping away slowly. So it's not an imminent threat. I'll put it that much. Are you all continuing?
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way down the corridor, you come into a large cavern, and you can see, Raina, the first thing you notice is a dull kind of golden reflection. That your flame is flickering off something, and as you squint in the half-light, you can see that it is piles of gold coins. And as look up,
this is not where we want to be.
You can see the giant body of a white dragon.
Hush! Hush! Huh!
Currently slumbering peacefully at present. On the other side of this giant pile of coins, you can kind of distantly see an exit on the opposite side of the chamber. What would you guys like to do?
Was it Delphi that had the map?
Yeah.
I'm going to message Delphi and go, Delphi, I thought we were supposed to be following a mountain pass.
I don't know. Like the mountain. This is an old map. It's probably wrong. This might be the reason they stopped using the pass.
Okay, everyone. Okay, Morgan's not going to say anything, but she's going to kind of gesture, indicating, let's move back down and away a little bit.
We'll do that, yes. Or I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to go round somewhere? Was there another path?
I think we just have to sneak past.
Stares at Toz's heavy armour incredulously.
Toz, you're pretty good at, like, eyeing up what people are capable of, right?
Oh, yes.
Look at that dragon.
Correct.
Uh-huh. Do you think this is something we have any... If it gets annoyed at us, is there any chance at all of us living? Like, is this a...
Depends how
old is this dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So starting at 7th level, if you spend at least
its teeth.
If you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, you can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you if a creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to the 2 following characteristics of your choice. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say armor class and current hit points.
Okay.
I feel like we know the armor class is going to be higher.
And also the current hit points.
What's your AC, Toz?
Well, the only things I ever know is
it's a
18 with the shield equipped.
Your armor class is the same.
Nice.
And current
You'll be a young dragon then.
Current hit points is above yours.
Well,
Yeah, I have 86.
if it wasn't magic ice and stuff, then it. But Raina doesn't know any of this. This is Chloe metagaming, knowing what I know about dragons. No, never mind. Never mind.
It's okay.
But it doesn't seem that old.
Yeah,
then.
that implication would suggest it is a young adult dragon.
So if things did kick off, we probably
I think we'd be
wouldn't
okay.
all die. Okay. So I
At the
think we
very
can try
worst
and
case,
risk
we could
sneaking.
run. We could, run.
Well,
I think we try the sneaking, and if it does go bad, then
I think
we do what we need to.
sneak, but I think we prepare for it to go wrong.
yes.
Yeah, so
Rather
if we
than
sneak
hoping
with
it doesn't.
prepared actions.
Yeah, I can't make you quiet. I can make you invisible. I can't make you quiet. And I think the invisibility doesn't really matter anyway. It's got his eyes closed, so.
Yeah. I think why don't you three all go across first, and I will go last.
Oh, I can teleport you.
That's a good idea. Okay, but
How far away is the other side of the cave?
Do it
Webster?
last. I will stay here near the dragon until everyone is on the other side.
Yeah, it's got a verbal component. Webster, how far away is the
Good
exit?
question. I'm just trying to figure out how big the dragon is, and so therefore how far away the exit would need to be for it to be a decent little nesty space.
I think it depends on the age again as to how big they are.
Yep, I know. I've got the age. I've got the size classification. I've just got to remember how.
Is it a tween dragon?
I thought you were going to say,
a
is
young
it a
dragon, we'll
twink
be
dragon?
fine.
I was like, oh my god.
If it's an adult dragon, we may not be fine.
Middle-aged.
Oh my god!
Like
Dragon
sorry.
stand a
Dragon.
chance.
Yeah, you see the sports car in the corner. It's having a midlife crisis. I also then just sort of. It's technically an adult dragon, but it doesn't feel like an adult dragon.
Yeah.
So that's a vibe. That's a big old vibe.
Yeah.
So
It's a 20-something dragon.
It's figuring itself
Millennial
out.
dragon.
It's like our age.
we are
It's a
not
peer.
millennial dragons. We are Gen Z dragons.
I know, but I'm calling it a millennial dragon.
It
anyway.
probably is a millennial dragon. I'd say
Yeah, but then it would be a 1,000-year-old dragon. We don't want a millennial dragon.
in order to make this a nice roomy space, I would say this is about 90 feet away, the exit.
That's conveniently the range of my spell.
Love that.
Not the range of any of my spells, but
Let's go for a sneaky sneak then.
Okay,
The three of us, leaving Toz behind,
and then
sneaking around the dragon.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else I have that could
Okay.
help.
Delphi's gonna tie some rope around her, hand the other end to Raina, and then start levitating.
okay.
Delphi! This happens, and Ranger goes, Delphi, I actually don't think this is going to help.
I'll make a lot less sound if I'm
Yes,
not
but you're
touching
going to
the
make it
floor.
much harder for me to stealth.
But you're much better at it.
Okay, I feel like
I guess we're doing this.
yeah. I was gonna say Delphi do it.
If you
Do
want,
it
I
with
can just.
advantage and Raina do it with disadvantage.
You can
but
take-
I feel like we might as well just round it out and say that neither of you gets
Yeah.
advantage or disadvantage.
Well, I already have advantage from the anklets. So,
Keep that.
So you could give me advantage and Raina normal.
well, no, well, if it would normally be a straight roll, then I have advantage, is what I'm saying.
But, or you could do it where you gave me advantage and you disadvantage, and then your disadvantage advantage.
There's
Yeah.
way too many things. Ellie, just tell us if you want to impose advantage or
Tell us what to
disadvantage on each of us, and we will just.
I need the
we'll roll with
advantage.
it.
I'm bad at stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Delphi roll with advantage. Raina roll just normal without the advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't need the advantage. Wait.
Did you just
Cool.
get a nat 20?
No, I got a 19, so
Nice.
it's a 21.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
See, I was incredibly quiet for
I'm
it.
going to roll
Yeah, and I rolled
myself. I'm just
terribly
kind of
when
tiptoeing
normally I'd have
after and-
advantage.
Morgan's not doing anything special. Morgan is just going to trust in her ability to reverse time slightly if she messes this up.
fair.
Doing nothing special.
Yeah.
Standard everyday interaction.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them per day. I don't know what to tell you. That's a 13 plus 4.
Okay. So as you are all sneaking across the room, Raina's at the front, right, being super stealthy, one with the shadows. Delphi is like floating attached to Raina, and Morgan's bringing up the rear, and you're about 2/3 of the way across the room when Raina, your foot just hits a golden cup that's at your feet, and the ringing reverberates through the space, and a giant eye slowly opens and focuses on you.
Oh no!
Deck of Many Aces is Anne Chisholm, Chloe Elliott, Eiriol Evans, Katie McLeod, and me, Ellie Webster. Thanks to our patrons Piers Wilkinson and Nate Scott Jones for their continued support in making this podcast happen. If you love what we do here, then please consider leaving us a review and liking the podcast on whatever podcast listening platform you are listening to this on right now. And if you can't, then you can use our Podchaser page. That's podchaser.com/Deck of Many Aces, where you can find us and leave us a review. We read all of them and we really, really appreciate it. You can also reach out to us on social media. That's at Deck of Many Aces on Twitter, Instagram, and now we are officially on Tumblr. That's right, tumblr.com/Deck of Many Aces. We're also available by email at deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. If you love the music of the show, then you should check it out on all music streaming platforms of your choice. All of the music was made by Chloe Elliott. She is available for commissions if you want to reach out to her. It's at Chloe_with_the_flow on most social media. I am also a freelance creative, and if you would like to hire me for any kind of editing purposes for your podcast, please don't hesitate to reach out at Welsh_Webster on most socials. In terms of where else you can find us on the internet, we are in plenty of places. If you want many of us in one place, then the best place to go is Rendezvous with Destiny, which is it's not a Sky on Actual Play podcast anymore because they are doing bite marks. There you can find Am and Chloe, and you can start their new adventure. They're only a few episodes in, so it's really easy to catch up. You can also find Chloe streaming on Twitch at Chloe_with_the_flow. We'll also keep you updated on any other podcast projects we're doing as they develop. You've heard Chloe mention it earlier, but we have a Patreon now. That's right, patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. There are 4 different tiers that you can choose from, with plenty of behind-the-scenes content, the opportunity to get your name shouted out, name a PC, and more. So if you would love to support us, then you can support us on patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. If a monthly contribution is too much for you, we've also got the Acast supporter link, which is still live, supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words. And that's where you can give us a one-off donation like a tip jar. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll be back with you in 2 weeks. Have an ace week. Bye!